Peace, peace, family. Peace, peace. Climb on in. Climb on in this deal. How y'all doing? Let me see what we got going on here. Peace, peace. Climb on in. Let me invite some of y'all on in the room so we can get this started. Peace, peace. Y'all see what's on there? Chemical warfare. What's been going on? I want to set the record straight real quick. I'm getting a lot of inboxes about a death that happened that's very close to us. You know what I'm saying? And I most definitely want to speak on it. All right, climb on in. So I've been getting crazy inboxes. A lot of people have been hollering at me about Rayna. Like a lot of people really know what's been going on and don't. So I most definitely want to talk about it. R.I.P. to Rayna Lewis, which is a strong, very, very, very strong sister, y'all. Very strong sister. She ended up passing away, on her birthday. She actually ended up passing away on her birthday. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people saying she died of cancer, and I'm here on the record to say, no, she didn't. She did not die of cancer, y'all. Cancer did not kill that beautiful, strong sister. The doctors did. So I'm gonna wait till y'all climb on in and we're gonna talk about that. And we're gonna really get deep into chemical warfare and what it is and how they are targeting us and how we are going to them and they're lying to us and they killing us with their chemotherapy and they killing us with their radiation. You know what I'm saying? As y'all can see, everything I'm finna state is nothing but facts here. I tagged Rayna up in here and I tagged her mother. Her mother is tagging her as well, which is Tina Cook. I have nothing to lie about her. Everything is finna be out in the open and y'all can even ask her. So Rayna actually beat cancer. Quit giving cancer the victory. She whooped cancer ass. She whooped cancer ass. Cancer didn't win with her. You know what I'm saying? She won against cancer. What killed her was the doctor. So we're going to talk about it. Climb on in and we're going to get to it. Because we have to talk about chemical warfare and what it's doing to our people. And we have to become way more intelligent and stop going to these doctors and letting them lie to us. Or then they diagnose us with something and then we'll give them the legal right to kill us and take our money. We have to stop that. Let me give y'all some shout outs. Who up here? My mama in the building. Peace, peace, mama. Shalonda in the building. Abdul, Rowie in the building. Ak, Janet, Ishmael. What's up, brother? David, climb on in. Shalom, shalom, y'all. Climb in. So look, basically what was going on, right? Okay, so this beautiful sister came to me. She reached out to me about 2 years back. She told me that she was going through some things, right? You know what I'm saying? So we rapped about it. But at this point, she was going through chemotherapy. All right. So I was telling her, get off the chemotherapy. The chemotherapy is bad for you. In fact, it will kill you. Get off. She said that she'd been following me for a while. So she ended up changing her diet. She started eating clean. She started eating vegan food, clean vegan food. Of course, it was still cooked and stuff and like that. But she changed her diet on up. So I ended up not hearing from her for a long time. So finally, one day, she had reached back out to me and she was telling me that the chemo was really, really hurting her bad. She like, look, I'm not doing good on this chemo. My hair is falling out. I'm feeling bad. I'm feeling like I'm dying. This chemo is really messing me up. I talked to my auntie and I talked to my mama. I really want to try you out. And I'm like, cool. She like, you don't remember me? I'm like, no. I'm like, dang, you look kind of familiar. And she was telling me about how we all grew up around each other. You know what I'm saying? Woody whopping this. So, man, her ended up growing like a very strong, close relationship. You know what I'm saying? We ended up becoming real cool friends. So we're going back and forth, talking about cancer all through our inbox. I'm telling her the things to do to prevent herself from having cancer in the future and to get rid of cancer. At this point, it was before the herbs because she was telling me that she didn't have the money right then and there to get the herbs. All right. So me, if I grow a strong liking to you, or if we become cool, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to try my hardest to help you out for free. All right. So at this point, she got stage 4 cancer. The chemotherapy is basically killing her. Right. Okay. The last time we talked, she was like, look, you know what I'm saying? I need to do something. I did everything you said. I'm feeling better being on the diet that you got me on. What else can I do? So me, out of the kindness of my heart, all right, her mama's tagged in her. Y'all talking about I charged her and she still died. I never charged Rayna nothing. I never charged Rayna a dime, y'all. And all them herbs she got from me was free. And you know what I'm saying? For free. She didn't give me 1 penny. I looked out for her. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I end up shipping her the herbal package. All right. She get on the herbal package. Now, mind you, she already went through a whole lot of chemotherapy, a whole lot of radiation. She was actually allergic to the chemotherapy. I mean, yeah, she was actually allergic to the radiation, so they put her on chemotherapy. All right. When they put on chemotherapy, they burnt a hole inside of her cervix. This is how hot and how that chemical is deadly, y'all. It was so hot that it burnt a hole inside of her cervix, y'all. All right. All this happened before she got with me. Before she came and got with me and got to me and I gave her herbs. So she finally get the herbs. She get the herbs. She immediately changed her diet to an all fruit diet. She went out. She bought all the fruits. I mean, look, she went out. She bought a juicer. She bought a blender. I mean, she taking this serious. She went out. She got on my herbs. I gave her the herbs for free. She got on my herbs. She got on a diet. All right. So we start working on them. Immediately parasites start coming out. You know what I'm saying? And now, remind you, she had about 9 or 10 tumors inside of her, right? She had about 9 or 10 tumors. Last Tuesday before she died, she was actually supposed to be live giving a testimony to y'all. You know what I'm saying? And this is how heartbreaking this is because, you know, I'm getting a lot of people coming to me like, well, how did she die if she was on the herbs and wooty-wop this and that and wooty-wop this and that? And y'all don't even know what's going on. So that's why I'm talking to y'all. So she was actually supposed to be on here talking to y'all about how she beat cancer, but she died from the chemical treatment of cancer. All right, from the radiation to chemotherapy. So look, she get the herbs. She's on the diet. Look, I'm talking about tumors. It's falling out of her. Tumors is suppressing. Tumors breaking apart. She went from 9 tumors to 1 tumor within like 6 months, y'all. In 6 months. Her mama can testify everything I'm saying. She's on here. I tagged her in it. All right. So she had 9 tumors in her. She passed all the tumors. We broke them up. I even got pictures on my Facebook. When on the picture on my Facebook, when I'm talking about these tumors are breaking out and I'm sending y'all pictures, them are actually her pictures. Where I'm showing y'all all them parasites leaving from her. Them translucent parasites that's rolling around in her feces. Them mucus plugs. All of that is coming from Rayna body. She was healing good. I mean, she was healing fine. She was healing fine. So as she healing throughout the months, you know what I'm saying? Things are getting bad because all of these herbs are flushing her so fast because I got her on nothing but fruits and I got her on a lot of high top quality herbs from Africa. So all them tumors end up passing down and get caught in her stomach. They end up busting. You know, the thing about it, when you detox tumors so fast, they explode. So a few of them exploded and her stomach began to get hard as a rock. Y'all remember the last live I was on? She was on the live and she was like, I know all about the 3 bitters because that's what she was on. She's like, I know all about the intercellular cleanse. And she's like, yeah, they get you real hard. Well, that's what happened to all that agglomeration in her body. Them tumors end up busting and it got in her stomach and she wasn't filtering properly at first. You know what I'm saying? So it ended up making her stomach as hard as a rock. So she ended up having to go to the ER. All right. So she went to the ER. We still got on herbs. She wasn't taking none of their medicine. She wasn't taking none of their chemotherapy. She wasn't taking nothing. But we had to keep her going back there to get blood work. All right. So she getting blood work. We see the cancer leaving. We see everything. So they end up putting her on antibiotics, of course. So we like, dang, they putting on antibiotics. Y'all know the antibiotics that kills you too because it kills all your good bacteria, of course. So anyways, we end up. She didn't take the antibiotics. She stopped taking the antibiotics, and I gave her black walnut hull mixed with some other herbal ingredients, and now we created a probiotic for her. So she on my 3 bitters. She on the probiotics, and look, taking the herbs like a straight up G, y'all. You'll be taking them like a G. Grown men can't even take the 3 bitters. She down in these deals. You know what I'm saying? Getting rid of all the tumors, getting rid of all the cancer. Right? Look, she was losing tumors and getting rid of cancer so fast that they wanted to take her out of the hospital and take her to a school to actually look inside of her body to see what was going on. They thought it was a miracle. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't know she was taking the herbs. They didn't know she was doing the amino acid therapeutic package. This how much she was losing cancer. No bull. Right? But remember, when they first told her she had cancer, she started subscribing to their chemicals, their chemical warfare, their chemotherapy and their radiation. So she still got this hole inside of her cervix, y'all. All right. So now we passing tumors and passing tumors. Tumors are full of mucus, full of pus, full of bacteria and all types of things, right? There's only two ways to get tumors out. Well, three ways. You either dissolve them and shrink them, you either cut them loose and they come through your skin, or you got to do an operation and they go in and they pull them out, right? So we passing all these tumors, right? But that hole in her cervix had started growing so big that her feces started backing up through that hole, y'all. You hear what I'm saying? So now she got a bleeding problem, and all of the feces that was coming through the cervix that was coming because look, the vagina right here and the anus right here, the cervix is in the middle. If you got a hole between it, anything that go back and forth pass along through there. So we got feces getting in the blood, bacteria getting in the blood, and she's bleeding out because they literally have burnt a hole inside of her cervix. All right, that is not healing. That is not healing at this point, because we are pushing out we're not doing healing right now. Right now, we detoxing the body before we rebuild the cells. That's why she had lost so much weight. She was beautiful, was looking good, had lost all that weight. Everything was feeling better and everything, y'all. So anyways, we gonna fast forward it to the end. She don't have cancer no more. She got one more little tumor that's in her throat right here. All the other tumors are gone. It's one more little tumor that's in her throat. That was the last one we was passing. So the last one went past through and that ended up exploding too. Well, when that tumor ended up exploding, because remember, tumors are part of the blood supply, it ended up passing through the cervix and she bled out through her cervix, right? So look, Rayna didn't die of cancer. She beat cancer. She didn't have cancer anymore. She bled out to death because of the hole in her cervix, because of that chemotherapy and that radiation that the doctors had forced upon her. That's what happened, y'all. That's the story. So everybody in my inbox talking about how did she die if your herbs healed? The herbs did heal her. Her mama can testify. Tina Cook, she right here. I tagged her in the video. All right, that she was good. So it wasn't the herbs. The herbs took the cancer out of her. It was that hole inside of her cervix, y'all, that the doctors did through chemical warfare, through chemotherapy. We got rid of the tumors. You see that? So what I want to talk to y'all about is basically agglomulation and how to prevent these things from happening. Because what they're doing is they're killing us through these herbs. I mean, through these chemicals that they giving us and that they put in their food. So first off, they putting chemicals in all of y'all food, right? Especially if it's cooked food, any food that got sugar, any pasteurized juice, all of these things have chemicals in them. Half these things have aspartame in them that causes cancer. Your chicken wings, all of that, these have chemical products, let alone your deodorant, right? Let alone your soap, your lotion, your oils, and let's not even talk about y'all perfume and y'all cologne. All of these have all of these heavy chemicals in them that are going inside of your skin, and these are what's causing damaged cells. Now remember, damaged cells is nothing but cancer. You did that for my cousin, thank you. And she still would be missed. Most definitely, she will always be lit. Look, I don't think y'all realize how strong she was. That woman was strong. I'm talking about, look, on an all-fruit diet for months, y'all. All fruits. She messed up one time and ended up eating a chicken wing. One time, and I had went off on her real bad. And I guess I made her feel so bad. She like, I'd never eat a chicken wing in my life. But man, she very strong. I'm talking about on all my herbs at one time. And y'all, if anybody take my herbs, y'all know my herbs do not play no games, boy. The way we put our formulas together, they really do work, and they very astringent. They really pull, they astringe, and then they oxygenate and rebuild. So she on all of my herbs, and she's on the 3 bitters plus the tonics. All right, all this for free. How many herbs you think we gave her for free? Honestly, like if you could put a price on it, just
a couple thousand.
Right, at least $4,000 worth of herbs, y'all, for free. That was my friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, her grew real close. It wasn't about no money thing, none of that. You know what I'm saying? My whole thing was, let's get you better. We're gonna get you better. You got a daughter you need to live for. You got a beautiful family. Your mama love you. Look, we finna get you better, and that's what we did. But what happened was that chemotherapy. They always pressuring y'all to get chemotherapy. So what they do is they put it's a diabolical plot on us. You know what I'm saying? They put all these chemicals inside of your system, right? Now, whenever you eat a chemical, the chemical have to be converted or passed back through the system, or what they call elimination. Now, the first thing is going to hit is the liver, because that's the chemical factory of your body. So it hits the liver. Once the liver hit it, it tries to turn into an enzyme or tries to buffer it out and make it into amino acid, and then it pass it on, and then it try to convert it into glucose. This stuff goes inside your system, and then it get picked up by the blood capillaries. When the blood capillaries pick up these chemicals and it don't recognize them, they be like, dang, well, let's try to buffer them out again. So it starts stripping calcium from your body. Right now, you got foreign objects in your body don't know what it is. Now, all of a sudden, cells start to putrefy and die because it can't utilize these chemicals, right? So it's something called cellular respiration, y'all. Look it up. This is what your last defense do. So cellular respiration is when glucose is stuck to another atom inside the body or any other particles, what we gain a chemical, right? So what it tries to do is it tries to break it down into a simple glucose, and then the cell tries to use it for adenosine triphosphate, which is energy. So it burns it off. But when it burns off correctly, but it leaves back a residue. It leaves back something called a ash. So anything you eat, the byproduct of that have to produce an ash, y'all. So if you eat something that's alkaline, it's going to leave an alkaline ash, meaning it's going to leave traces of bromine. It's going to leave traces of iodine. It's going to leave traces of iron phosphate. It's going to leave traces of calcium and of magnesium. That's the ash that it leaves on the cell. Well, if you eating chemicals, right, especially proteins and stuff like that from meat and from dairy products, well, this is going to leave a very acidic ash that's going to be left on the cell, right? And this burns through the cell. So once it burns through the cell, it putrefies the cell. Once the cell becomes putrefied, then it fermentates. When the cells start to ferment, then you get yeast and you get mold. Well, what's going to happen when the body see that yeast and mold is there? It literally activate the mucosa. Now the mucosa is coming in, or what we call the lymphatic system, and it rushes in and try to save the day. So now you then turn on the mucosa system or the lymphatic system, so it's sweeping through the interstitial fluid to come pick up all these putrefied and dead cells. But instead, you never change your eating. You constantly eating, but you sneezing out, you coughing up this stuff, you doing this, you doing that, right? So look, now you got backed up mucus on your cells. So what does the cells do? The cell starts to become dead, and they start losing oxygen. Now the cells become constipated. So now your cell starts damaging themselves, and it sends out a signal. Hey, we dying, let's replicate. So now you producing so many mutating cells, and these cells are not getting better because you haven't been feeding your body nothing better. So now something called agglomulation stick in. It's when all these cells start producing at a rapid rate, but they can't go nowhere. They can't go through the bloodstream because it's a lipid wall, or what you call muconoid plaque there. They can't get through there. Right. So then they try to dump themselves back into the lymphatic system. They're not getting through there because it's agglomulation. So what do? They stick together. Right? When they stick together, they call these tumors. Now, what happens is these tumors start growing. They grow so big that they start tapping into the blood supply. Now they're getting oxygen, right? So now they're growing and they're growing. But look, let's remember these things grew inside of an acidic environment. Not only did they grow inside of an acidic environment, they're growing inside of muconoid plaque erosion. All right. So that's why when you bust tumors, or when you bust pimples, look, I got one right here. I'm on a detox right now, and I've been getting pimples since I've been on the detox. Probably got one on my forehead right there. You see that? So imagine this 10 times imagine this 10 times bigger. These are what you call tumors, because your body is releasing and getting rid of muconoid plaque. All right. So now when they become cancerous, that means that the inside of these tumors, they have damaged cells. So they say, look, your tumors or cancerous, right? That's what was going on with her. So once I broke down everything to her and let her know, look, we have to get the chemicals out of your body. You have to stop eating the dairy. You got to stop eating the meats and the proteins. You got to stop eating the yeast. You got to get up off of all these sugars. So then she went over to another diet, which she thought was healthy because she was studying and looking on YouTube, but even that diet was still wrong. So then I'm like, no, Rayna, we got to get off this. No, milk is bad. And she wanted to talk about the D milk. And I'm like, look, that stuff's still bad. The only milk you're supposed to be having is galactose from your mother's breast. And you ain't been on no breast. You see what I'm saying? So you don't need milk. If you want milk, get it from plants. But while you on this diet, you can't be on no milk at all. So I'm explaining and breaking everything down to her. So now she got an understanding, and we start cleaning Rayna's system. All right. She said, you know what? I'm just going to do all fruits. The reason why we pick fruits is because the flavonoids, because the tannins, because everything inside these fruits help astringe the body, and it works synergistically to the herbs that I was giving her. So, bro, she cleaning super fast. Wasn't she cleaning fast? Yeah. Look, I mean, she cleaning tumors popping out of everywhere. Tumors popping out of everywhere. I got all the pictures. They on my page. Cancer leaving out of everywhere. She was on a plant-based diet, but it was nothing but fruits, y'all. All right, so of course she hitting rock bottom. You know, adrenals weak, so she's sleepy all the time. She's sleeping all the time. It's a few times she did want to give up, but everybody kept her encouraged. Her mama, her family. I mean, she got a huge family. They kept her encouraged. Of course, me, I kept her encouraged. We talked every other day. So look. She cleansed, she beat the cancer. She beat the cancer. But we still had that radiation and that chemotherapy that burnt a hole inside of her cervix. So when she passed that last little tumor from her throat, when that opened up, and remember, tumors actually borrow some blood supply. When that opened up and it broke open that vessel, she bled out through the cervix. If the cervix was closed, she would have never bled out. But she bled out through that hole, and that's how she died. She actually died on her birthday. But Miss Tina Cook didn't pull the plug till the next day because she wanted all the family to see her. But she actually died on her birthday, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Bleeding out through chemotherapy, radiation, chemical warfare. So look, we can prevent this. You know what I'm saying? That was a beautiful, strong woman, very strong, courageous. She took that cancer and whooped this ass like a straight up G, y'all. I'm telling you. I watched it. I watched her do it. But it's just the doctors, man. They had already damaged her too much at a point of no return when it came to the cervix. So look, stop letting them hit y'all with that chemotherapy. That stuff literally is on the potential hydro scale, the pH scale of 2.5 hydrogen up to 3.5 hydrogen. That is hot enough to burn a hole through concrete. Stop letting them put that stuff in y'all. All right, it's literally burning holes through y'all. That's what's going on. That's what's happening. So when y'all come to me, I mean, we can get y'all healed up. It's nothing. The herbs gonna make it do what it do, especially once we put y'all on a diet. But remember, I can't rebuild first. We have to detox first. Then we have to extringe, pull the toxins. Then we have to oxygenate the cells. Then the rebuilding process go. You know what I'm saying? That's how it happens. So like if her cervix wouldn't have never had a hole in it, she would be here right now, and y'all would have seen her. She was gonna be live with me talking about what we talking about right now, and as if it was gonna be a celebration. You know what I'm saying? Now this still is a celebration because she's going on home, but this is what I'm saying. Like, let this be a message to y'all, family, that look, these doctors do not have your best interest at hand at all. Their whole thing is to get a paycheck. They get $17,000 per chemotherapy shot. They get $4,000 every time they put you under that radiation. They get $500 every time they got to come up there and give you antibiotics. They get $200 every time they give you sugar water, or what they call saline. So it's a money game to them. This is a money game in a holopathic reality. It's all about the money. They not trying to heal anything, nothing. I got a 2-year-old baby in a hospital right now, that she's completely healed of leukemia, don't have leukemia no more, but they're forcing chemotherapy on this baby. They locked the baby up. They put the baby on a straight hospital arrest and forcing chemotherapy on her. And she don't have no signs of leukemia anymore. This is how wicked these damn devils is. This is how wicked they is. So we really need to start like having a sense of awareness. You see what I'm saying? Really need to start having a sense of awareness and start doctoring our own selves, taking care of our own selves, learning the anatomy of the body, learning what will kill the body, what will cause cellular death, cellular mitosis, and what will actually cause cellular respiration and cellular vitality of the body. That's what we need to be looking for. First thing we have to do is quit eating death. We the only people on planet Earth that feel like we can eat whatever the hell we want to eat and there won't be any type of blowback from it. You do not see no gorilla in the forest eating any meat because his body was not made for it. You will not see any parrot in the tropics eating any meat because its body was not made for it. You see what I'm saying? You will not see any polar bears in the ice eating vegetables because it needs the fatty acid from the fish. But the same thing, flip side, you won't see a grizzly bear eating the polar bear food, right? Just like you got dogs, you got hyenas, these all's in the dog planet. They all eat different type of foods. Just like human beings, we have our own food that Yahweh had made and created for us. Why are we the only people that don't stick to our diet? And this is what's killing us, because they're literally feeding us chemicals that you call food and it's not food. Look on the back of it, start reading them ingredients. And I know y'all heard about the list that Congress passed over 20 years back. They don't have to put all the ingredients in their stuff. So just because it say organic don't mean it's organic. Just because it says that it was made from beet sugar don't mean it was organic beet sugar. Do you know what beet sugar is? That is high fructose corn syrup. Look it up. That's beet sugar. So you thinking you actually drinking you some real juice, and it's not. It's all chemicals in it. Like literally Pepsi's, Coca-Cola, all of these are drugs. These are chemicals that will burn a hole through you. Like, how can we say we love ourselves, but we eating ourselves to death, and then we feeding death to our children? How? Like, we literally have to make this make sense. Yes, Pamela, we living in a poison system. This is a death culture, and we buying it. Look, death is big business, y'all. Do you know cancer is called the cancer industry now? AIDS is called the AIDS industry. When we gonna wake up? When we gonna wake up and stop eating for taste just because it tastes good? And look, you know your body don't like it anyway, because when you cook a burger, what you putting on top of it? You putting herbs, you putting salts and minerals, and you putting what else on top of it? Vegetables, tomatoes, lettuce. Then you put grain bread on top of it. So we already know the meat nasty anyway. You got to doctor it up and put all the stuff that you're supposed to be eating on top of it just to get it down. Makes no sense, do it? Makes no sense. I want life. That's what's up. So anybody got any questions so far as that beautiful sister Rayna? Because I've been getting a whole lot of inboxes about that, and it was time for me to address it. That's why I ain't been live, y'all. I was grieving going through that. You know what I'm saying? That hit my heart, hurt me bad to see that. And then especially to know that she didn't die of cancer, y'all. Like, quit letting cancer win. Cancer ain't do a damn thing to her. She won. She beat it. What killed our beautiful sister was chemotherapy and radiation. The treatment of cancer killed her. The treatment that these doctors are doing. Not the healing, not the herbs. The herbs got her better. The herbs had her paperwork looking like she didn't have cancer. The herbs got all them tumors out of her body. The herbs got all them parasites out of her body. The herbs got all them muconoid plaque erosions and all that plaque up out of her body. The herbs got that mucus plug up out of her body. We got pictures of that. We got pictures of all of that. She was healed. What killed her was that chemotherapy, that weaponized chemicals that they've been giving our people. That's what killed her. All right, so look, for the record, cancer did not kill Rayna. Chemotherapy did. All right, that beautiful sister sat there and bled out because they burnt a hole through her cervix. That's what happened. The real enemies is these damn doctors, y'all. That's the enemy. Let's keep it 100. That's the enemy. That's the enemy. These big old companies, these big old hospitals are killing us, man. So look, we got to eat right. Let's think right. Let's make sure we being conscious of what we putting in our mouths, what we putting on our body and in our skins, y'all. For real, for real. We got to. And so her funeral, I believe, is on the 8th. Her funeral is on the 8th, y'all. We most definitely raising money for her. I just seen Shoni chime in. Shoni, do you still have that Cash App? If you do, put that Cash App inside of my comment for people that want to donate towards the funeral can actually donate, and y'all can help out towards the funeral with her, which is on the 8th. But look, hey, she fought a well good fight and she won. What actually got her was the chemotherapy. Now, if any of y'all got any questions, how long was she on chemotherapy? Man, months. She was on chemotherapy for months before she met me. They took her through a 6-week radiation thing. And then after that, they found out that she was allergic to the radiation. You know what I'm saying? She was actually allergic to it. So, all right, Shoni, look, that's her cousin, Shoni Glover. Hey, Queen, post Post her action, post your link in there for people can donate towards that to give to Tina to help towards the funeral. All right. But so first she went through that of the radiation. Look, this how you know this stuff is diabolical, y'all. Her body wouldn't even take the radiation. You might as well sit somebody on the sun. You might as well start a fire and put somebody in the fire. That's what radiation is. You see that they went from putting us on fire on stakes and hanging us by our necks to giving us radiation in these damn hospitals. It's the same thing. There's no difference. So her body didn't take that at all. Her body didn't take that radiation at all whatsoever, right? So then after that, you know what I'm saying, Tina, I'm like, okay, that ain't gonna work. So they're like, let's try chemotherapy. That's when they started giving her chemotherapy. And then that chemotherapy plus that radiation is what burnt the hole in her cervix. But look, she didn't die. She beat cancer. All them tumors was gone. We got all the tumors out of her. The herbs healed her from the cancer. It was just that cervix, that radiation and that chemo burnt through. That's what stayed open, and that's what she bled through, y'all. So may the Most High have mercy on that beautiful sister soul. Man, she was a good, strong sister. I'm telling you, I ain't never seen nobody do a protocol like her and took it like a G. I'm talking make a lot of you men look bad, boy. I'm talking about throwing back 3 bitters like it wasn't nothing. It's straight up. Most definitely. All right, so look, if any of y'all got any questions dealing with anything, y'all, I just wanted to get on there and clear the record as that. I know we got a little off track, but look, she is most definitely worth my time and most definitely worth me speaking about. RIP to that beautiful sister. But if y'all got any questions dealing with any other diseases or illnesses or anything, I know I ain't been on here in a week. We still got to do the pull for the name for what we was giving away. I know we was giving away the juicer. We're giving away some 3 bitters and what else? And something else. We got it written down somewhere. We're going to do that. We're going to do that Thursday, though. You know what I'm saying? We'll do that Thursday, most high willing. But other than that, if y'all got any other questions pertaining to anything else, let me know. And we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Oh, yeah. All right. Bladder cancer. Hold on. Don't start don't start drowning me, y'all. Hold on. Let me get through at least one of them. Hold on. What was that one? Bladder cancer. Hold on, family. Okay. Stop drinking soda, juice, eat plenty of veggies and fruits, work out 30. And I don't recommend working out either. While you detoxing, because working out is very acidic, very, very acidic. You know what I'm saying? That's why they say feel the burn. That's what you feeling. You feeling acid build up when you working out. So we don't recommend working out at all when while you cleansing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's gonna cause agglomulation. We trying to get the body from acid to become alkaline. We don't want it too alkaline because too alkaline burn too. Our whole thing is to get it right in the middle. That's where healing take place at, y'all. All right. And then remember, alkaline burns too. You know what I'm saying? Go drink some bleach. That's alkaline. That will burn your butt. You would die. That's how hot that is. All right. Stop drinking. All right. Can you talk about diabetes? Okay, we can talk about diabetes. Well, there's 2 types of diabetes. You got diabetes is one when your sugar, your glycagon rises too high, and you're not producing enough insulin from the pancreas glands, from the pituitary gland that runs the pancreas, right, to bring it down. Or it's one where your sugar is always low all the time, and you're not producing enough glucose and fructose to bring it up. All right, so it's 2 types of diabetes, but it's all dealing with the pancreas. Now, people don't know that the pancreas is connected to the adrenal glands and connected to the pituitary gland. So the main way to cleanse diabetes for real is you have to cleanse the pancreas of mucus instructions. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you always got to get mucus out the body. You always got to get acidosis out the body, and you heal it by natural sugars, which is fruit. The biggest lie I ever heard is if you got diabetes, you can't be on too many fruits. No, what causes diabetes is the fake sugar that they got. The processed sugar, not the natural sugars that you find from your fruits. The body have to have sugar. Without sugar, the body will die. Without sugar, the body will die. That is your only source of energy. What you think glucose and fructose and lactose and good lactose is and maltose is getting converted to. It's getting converted to simple sugars, or what we call monosaccharides, not polysaccharides. Polysaccharides is many complex sugars. Just like we're not supposed to have polypeptides, or we're not supposed to have polyproteins. These are many proteins. We need simple things. Remember that you are a prokaryotic cell. You are a simple cell organism. when it comes to the black man and black woman, we are the original beings of planet Earth. So you need simple things to survive. Now, when you go into other species and humans like the Caucasians, and you get into the Arabs and all of them, they are eukaryotic cells. So their bodies can't even handle these things, but it can handle them way more than us. So what happened with diabetes is first off, mentally it's due to the lack of love. All right. So when you find lack of love in the community, you know it during the slave trades, what they did is to place that love back in the household. When they stripped you from your family, is they gave you sugar. Right. So now you got your great grandma and them. Come here, sugar. They want to call you sugar. Now you at school. Whenever you do good at school, they give you a reward. What do they reward you with? Sugar, treats. Right. And notice most of these things cause ADHD. Most of these things cause brain trauma and cause brain diseases on little black boys and girls. All right. It hit the girls first because the girls lack iron phosphate. So it hit them first. Now you got all types of behavior disorders in school because you full on sugar. Then you get home for your birthday. What you want to give your child? Cakes, sugars, or your pops or your uncle is probably into alcoholism. He's not addicted to the alcohol. He is addicted to the sugar inside the alcohol, right? Or the cigarettes. He want to smoke all the time. Tobacco. He's addicted to the apple bomb that's inside of the nicotine. Nicotine is nothing but sugar. Look this stuff up, right? So then you find a loved one. You calling her honey bun. Or you calling her sweetheart, Everything is associated with sugar because we done replaced love for the black community with sugar. So now you see a spike in sugar inside of our bodies, and it is beating our pancreas up. So in order to bring the sugar down, the pancreas secretes a salt. This salt is called insulin. It actually goes through an enzyme and it buffers out the sugar. Now, so you good. Your sugar done went down. You cool. So now you start eating sugar again. You start drinking alcohol again. You start smoking your cigarettes again. You start eating putting all the sugar in your spaghetti. Negro put sugar on everything. Stuff that sugar ain't even supposed to be on, sugar get in there because you trying to fulfill the lack of love with sugar. Right? Valentine's Day. What you giving your sweetheart? Sugar. Chocolate sugar. Chocolate covered sugar. You see what I'm saying? So it's sugar, sugar, sugar. So now the pancreas is being worn out because 1 minute it's producing and the sugar is rising. Next minute it's producing insulin and bringing it down. Next minute glycagon is rising again. Next minute insulin rising again. So after you wear and tear out organs so much, eventually they just stop working. Now it's not producing any type of insulin. So your sugar is skyrocket. Now you insulin dependent. Now you have to use synthetic insulin, which is going to kill you anyway. You see that? Now the pituitary gland becomes dried out because you lacking zinc and copper, because all the calcium had to be taken from each part of your body to go help try to rebuild the pancreas. So now your parathyroid ain't working no more because that's what help converts your T4s into calcium to utilize the body by steroids. You see that? So now your thyroid down, your parathyroid down, your pituitary gland is dried out, and your pancreas is not working. What's next? It's gonna start dumping this glucose ash. Remember I was talking about that ash you leave back inside the blood. Now your blood dirty. Now your blood dirty. You see what I'm saying? This is what happens. So now diabetes leads into what? Backed up kidneys. Now your kidneys ain't working no more. Damn, my kidneys at 4%. Now they gotta go to the kiosk. Now you on dialysis. You see that? Disease is coming. It's going to keep coming and keep building and keep building. Because now your lymphatic system is so stagnant, full of sugars and polypeptides and polysaccharides. It can't move them because the kidney's not moving. Right? So now what happened? Oh, man, you ain't getting no circulation in your legs. No circulation. Nerve damage because the autonomic nervous system not working. Because the adrenal glands just got down because it's been being too busy trying to pump adrenaline to get APT up out of each cell. Dang, now you got to cut the legs off. All right, now you lose a leg. Dang, I got these blurry spots in my eye because the mucus is so backed up. Now you got to glare over each of your irises. Now they start leaving brown putrefaction or what we call mold spawn. Glaucoma is what they call that, glaucoma. Now you becoming blind. Damn. You see all the diseases that happen from one disease. There's no such thing as separate diseases. It's all the same thing. Starting from our mindset and from what we putting in our mouths. We have to literally change our mindset, and then you can change the things you eat. Yo, look, you're a living, sentient being. You're not only eating food here, you eating conversation, you eating what they playing on your TV, you eating what you playing on the radio. Your body digesting all this by way of the nervous system. These things break down and become melanin neuron transmitter, and break down and become proteins, and break down and become simple amino acid structures for your body can eat on that too. So look, it starts in the mind first, then it takes root in the body, take roots in the gut. Y'all see that? So look, you healing all these is the same exact system. That's why I'm always telling y'all, look on my website. It's the same exact system as we go. As we go. Same exact system, y'all. So I have to heal y'all with the same things. Now, of course, if you're dealing with HIV, yes, I'm going to put somebody that got HIV, whether you got full-blown AIDS, whether you got stage 4 cancer, all of y'all going to have to go on my amino acid therapeutic package. What I do is I switch it up. Okay, cancer, let me drop some soursop leaves in that deal. Let me put some dandelion root tea up in that deal. Bang. Oh, okay, let me get some black walnut hull. You know what I'm saying? Ratio them right, because we need to aid the damaged cells. Dang, they got asthma. Let's open up. Let's get them some mullein. You know what I'm saying? And look, asthma is caused by dairy products, y'all. Most of these mental diseases that our children, our little boys and girls are going through is dealing with sugar and damn vaccines. Another, look, chemical warfare. How in the hell, as soon as the baby come out, at 6 months, they want the first vaccination. Then you look up what's inside of this stuff: rat poison, cow piss, bull semen. What the hell is y'all shooting me with bull semen for? Huh? Rat poison, aspartame. Why do all these chemicals have, and then look, and then embody the antibody of the disease? So in order for me to get rid of the flu, you want to give me the flu? Huh? You trying to burn my cancer out by causing cancer? Let's make this make sense. They have a new HIV vaccine out. I wonder who's going to be stupid enough to go get that. Yes, did y'all hear about the new HIV vaccine? Do y'all even know what HIV is? HIV is literally a SARS disease that come from monkeys. It's proteins that, look, it's SARS disease. It's a vaccine called the SARS vaccines. What they did was they created the vaccines to help out monkeys with the SARS disease, right? They mixed that, and then they took glycoprotein from the kidneys of monkeys and mixed them together, and then they start giving it to us, but we cannot get SARS disease, and then this magically turned into HIV. Millions of our people got it now. Huh? And then you look at the definition of HIV and the definition of cancer, and it's the same damn thing. That's why people with stage 4 cancer go get tested for HIV, and guess what? They always come back positive. Do y'all see the lies here? They bamboozling it, man. Look, they playing us, y'all. We're the original beings on earth. We should be way smarter than this, man. Way smarter than this. You see that? My bad, I went on a little rant there. All right, so that was about diabetes. My bad, y'all. Depression. Somebody asked about depression. Whenever you're dealing with depression, you're dealing with the lack of calcium. Depression is connected to the thyroid gland. All right, your thyroid gland and your adrenal gland and your pituitary gland all work synergetically with each other. These things produces steroid and chemical hormones that create chemical balances in your head that give you it's called energy in motion, or what you call emotions. The doctors call it energy at motion. That's what creates your emotions. Chemical balances that's produced by your glandular, your endocrine system, your glandular highway. If any of them are not producing or secreting or excreting the right proper way, you're going to go into whack mode. You're going to go out of whack. All right. So whenever you're dealing with depression, you're dealing with the lack of utilization of calcium, but being converted by T4 cells due to the parathyroids. So you have a thyroid gland. Your thyroid glands is shaped like this, but you have 2 dots on each side. These are called the parathyroids. Get it? Pair of thyroids. This is where you get your calcium from. Anybody that lack minerals, you are automatically going to be depressed, have suicidal thoughts, be mad, penis can't get hard, vagina can't get wet, because all these deals with secretions. Look, all of these deal with secretions due to your glands. Your glands are the computer systems of your body. That's why anybody that deal with us, when you come for healing, the first thing we address is what? The colon. You have to get the gut together. Without getting the gut together, you ain't going to get nothing else together, right? Then we address what? The lymphatic system. We have to break up that lymphatic system, because without cleansing the lymphatic system, you ain't getting rid of no disease. Then we got to attack the glandular highway. We have to get them glands producing and secreting these right steroids or hormones because the energy has to be flowing correctly, right? Last but not least, we got to open up them kidneys. Let's get them kidneys open because that's the only thing that's going to filtrate the lymphatic system other than your skin. You see that? It's a system we got going on here. It's a system. All you have to do is choose to love yourself and say to hell with these damn doctors because they killing us. That's what's going on. It's a diabolical plot on us. It's called, look, it's called extermination, population control. It is not no coincidence. It's chemicals in all your foods. Then look, they growing foods in such a way now, but they don't even have the right phytonutrients in them. And look, they don't have to put it in them. Then they producing things so quickly that they not even taking them. Look, they planting things in the wrong season. They harvesting things in the wrong season. All this mess up the energy of your food. All of this. And right now, I'm just talking about vegan food. Everybody going vegan. Eating worse than what you was eating when you was eating meat. Soy this, soy that. Soy strips your body of melanin. Soy strips your body of melatonin. Soy strips your body of serotonin. Look, soy actually calcify your pineal gland. Soy dry out your pituitary gland. Strip the pituitary gland of zinc and copper. Soy damage the kidneys. Soy robs the blood of oxygen. But hey, you a vegan, soy this, soy that. Soy this, soy that, Nah, player. It's time to rethink. It's time to be retaught, y'all. It is. It's time to be retaught. We have been taught by our oppressors. How the hell is we trusting people that came and stole us from our original place where we didn't have nothing wrong going on there? We was good where we was at. Mathematics, we was traveling the stars in the universe, having out-of-body experiences, creating spaceships and all kinds of stuff. We get over here now, we completely dumbfounded. Don't know who we are, took our identity and gave us a religion, gave us books, gave us schools, gave us their own education. We learning everything from them and we don't know nothing about us. So of course, when you sick, you're going to run to the oppressor. Of course. And what the oppressor job is to oppress your ass. And that's what he do. And then he kill you. And then he make money off your insurance. Then you die. And then he like, all right, let me get them children. Let me do that to them next. And look, the same cycle continue. We have to realize that we going, look, everybody worried about this Trump war and this and that. Man, we've been at civil war. We've been at war with this damn government since we've been here on these shores. What are you talking about? We've been at war. It's war when you go outside and you go buy some damn water from the corner store. That's war because you drinking chemical. It's been chemical war been waged on us since we've been here. What are you talking about? Let's make it make sense, family. All right, let's keep going. My bad. All right, kidney failure and dialysis. All right, look, so kidneys. When you're dealing with the kidneys is one of the most important things on your body, okay? So what the kidney does is the kidneys actually filtrate your lymphatic system and toxins by way of urination in the gallbladder. So your kidneys is literally the seat to the soul of your ancestors. So whenever you having kidney problems, immediately stop all proteins because proteins cannot be metabolically broken down by the kidneys. All right, if you want to go into kidney into kidney failure, eat proteins, eat meat. That's why we have the most kidney failure amongst all the people, amongst every other nation. Black people have the most kidney failure because all we do is eat chicken, eat hamburgers, eat anything that they set up. They'll build a brick and mortar and put Boo Boo Burger on there. Just because it's the end thing and it's new, you're going to see niggas lining up around the corner to go eat the Boo Boo Burger. See, we used to be the trendsetters. Why are we following everybody now? So the first thing you do with kidneys is stop all protein. All right. Now you have to stop the protein. We have to get the kidneys to start. There's something called cellular regeneration. These are when the kidneys start rebuilding themselves, family. All right. Well, what rebuilds? What rebuilds you? Fruits, not vegetables. Vegetables rebuild you in a protein amino acid state. But what fruits do, fruits rebuild via the strange. Fruits will go through and take out the toxin, then put amino acid where it needs to go. See, that's why fruits grow high in the sky. It grows towards the sun. That's the first intelligence you get is from fruits. It's so many light codes inside of that fruit because it grows high off trees and it get hit by the sun. Whatever get hit by the sun the most is the most intelligent people on earth. And there will be fruits and what? So-called Negroes. Them who get hit by the sun the most. Notice that's why you have melatonin, melanin in you. Melanin, serotonin, melatonin. Serotonin means to be serious. That's produced by your gut, your blood capillaries in your gut, and the do-it-down. You know what I'm saying? Going down into the jejunum. That's where serotonin is produced at. Melatonin is produced by the pineal gland. It makes you mellow. That's why you give people melatonin to make them go to sleep. You see that? So what you were saying is you have to eat what you were created of. You can't eat anything that you wasn't created of. So if it don't have carbon or melanin in it, then why are you sticking it in your mouth? Huh? And then why are you eating anything that strips your body from your blackness? Chemicals are made. Look, it's called Kemet Kal. Kemet means to be black, or they call it the land of Egypt. Kal is an actual means coal. Coal is what you put on a barbecue grill, which is black as this shirt. So Kemet Kal literally means what? To be black, to study blackness, or to attack blackness. So whenever you run across the word chemical, that means it's there to kill your blackness. It's there to kill your melanin. It's there to strip your body of oxygen. It's there to strip your body of adenosine triphosphate. It's there to strip your body of energy. It's there to kill you. That's what chemical means. Kemet Kal. Look up these words. Y'all better get into the etymology of things, boy. You will see, man. Look, and they let you know that they're killing us through wordplay, man. Through wordplay. So with kidney failure, that's what you do. Look, get off of all protein. All right, proteins or polyproteins. These things are too complex. They're complex amino acid structures. You are a prokaryotic cell, so your kidneys cannot break these things down. Proteins, it belongs in the cat family. That's the only creature on planet Earth that was really physically designed to eat meats were cats, lions, tigers, cheetahs. They were made for that. Not even dogs and bears was made for meat. Look at how their system was made. They weren't even made to be carnivores, y'all. Let's keep it real here. So first thing you have to do is get off the proteins. Leave the proteins alone. All right, step back from the vegetables too, because the vegetables do produce not complex amino acids, but I want to call it bi-amino acids. These are between monos and these are between polys. You got bi-amino acids. These are sub complex. That's what vegetables have. So it'll do some rebuilding, but it won't kill you. But if you got kidney failure, it will back you up and it will kill you. So whenever you're dealing with kidney failure, switch to an all-fruit diet. Very high in melons and very high in berries. Berries are your antioxidants, and melons or your organic simple sugar rebuilders. The only way you can rebuild the cellular structure is through sugar. Sugar, and it's glucose, fructose, and galactose. Only way. Galactose comes from your mother's breast. Why do you think why do you think in slavery days that they gave their children to our ancestors and they made them feed their babies through their breasts? Because the milk of God was flowing through that black woman's breast. So just keep it real. And I'm not being racist here. I'm just spitting facts, y'all. Just spitting facts. All right, so that's what you need to do. Get off the proteins. Most definitely get off the proteins. Get on a high fruit energetic diet and holler at me and get my intercellular cleanse. My intercellular cleanse was created just for the kidneys, y'all. Just for the kidneys. That's what my intercellular cleanse is. All right. Speak on rheumatoid arthritis. Rheumatoid. Whenever you hear the word rheumatoid, that's actually a Greek word, means to roll or roll on an axle. That's a rheumatoid. So look, it just means joint. Arthur, right, means the access of the joints. So we got that. That's Arthur, rheumatoid. Itis is inflammation. So just by the word they telling you, what is rheumatoid arthritis? That is inflammation inside of the joints. That's all it is. Inflammation inside of the joints. Well, where do inflammation come from? Inflammation is a byproduct of acidosis. Okay? Whenever you have a car, you get in the car, you have to give the car gas, right? This gas is the food or fuel to that vehicle, right? So you get in the car, you driving. Well, the byproduct, it have to produce an ash. Remember I was talking about the ash that any metabolic process go through, it have to produce an ash. This ash will be the carbon dioxide that come out of the tailpipe, right? Well, the thing with the car is the tailpipe always let it go. It goes out. But when you fail your emission test, what happens? Usually it's because the oxygen is not being converted into carbon dioxide, and the carbon dioxide is coming up through the car. Boom, you failed emissions. Well, that's what's going on with arthritis. All this fuel that you're eating, because it's bad gas, is actually getting converted into carbon dioxide. And instead of the carbon dioxide going through a cellular respiration process of leaving out through the skin and the pores, or leaving out through your boo-boo and your kidneys, what does it do? It sits inside the joints, inside the interstitial fluid of the cells, and then it becomes hard as a rock, drying out all of your fluids. So now you get up, bones cracking, you feel aches because you pinching nerves, because all of these left carbohydrates, right, that becomes the carbonic acid now is burning your joints. Now what happens? The body tries to heal itself. Well, what's the first sign of inflammation? Healing. Itis, inflammation. It comes in and it swells up and try to isolate that place. Once it isolated, it swells up. Then what happened? Fever sets in. Fevers try to go and burn it out and purify the blood. So now you got what? You have inflammation, you have fever. See that? See what the doctor's been doing? The doctors have been treating your body healing itself and causing, look, they literally, when your body heals itself, they call it disease. And then they want to suppress the body healing itself. Why would you want to give me an anti-suppressant? Why would you want to break a baby fever? He need the fever. The fever is cleansing his blood. The fever is getting things to circulate. That's why things get hot. Notice if you get some grease and that grease get cold, what do? It clogs things up. But the moment you warm that grease up, the grease become what? Liquid again, and it starts to flow. It starts to flow. So what the fever is doing, let's think common sense here, family. The fever is getting everything warmed up for you can get proper circulation. Why do fever give you proper circulation? Because when you get proper circulation, oxygen goes into the bloodstream. Now the body can use the blood through iron phosphate to drop off these what? Alkaline ash deposits to the cells that need to regenerate the body. Do you see how crazy this is? So look, our whole mindset on how we look at disease is crazy, because look, you've been taught by your oppressors. You've been taught by your oppressors. All right, what else we got here? What's your truth about marijuana? Ooh, marijuana. Marijuana actually kills brain cells, y'all, if you're smoking it. THC. All right, it kills you. You should not put any smoke inside your body. Okay, your body go through something called a respiration. Half of the air that utilized throughout your body and goes throughout your bloodstream is actually used by you breathing the air. Now, when you breathing into any type of smoke you breathe in, first it causes the mouth to be very acidic. Now, when anything becomes acidic, it starts to ferment and putrefy. That's why people that smoke have stank breath, because all bacteria start building up around the mucosa of the mouth due to the smoke and ash that you put into your body. Now, when you smoking, remember, everything you eat burns, and then it turns into an alkaline ash, or it turns into an ash of acidosis, and then this residue be left on the cell. You literally smoking the ash. Okay, so you stopping the whole metabolic process when smoking. You going straight hand to mouth, and there's no digestive process going on, and you're burning your mouth. Then you burn your esophagus. That's where you get lung cancer from. Notice before anything turns into lung cancer, most of the time it'd be mouth cancer, throat cancer, or esophagus cancer. Then it turns into lung cancer. You see what I'm saying? So you're literally burning up your body along with the smoke alone, okay? Now, as far as the marijuana have a whole lot of chemicals in it, right? We got progesterone, we got estrogen. So if you actually break down the chemical substance of marijuana, it actually causes feminization of males. Look it up. Look, if you look at the byproducts that is inside of these cannabis, especially especially inside of, so you have give me some different strands. You have indicas, you got sativas. The sativas are more of your highs, right? Indicas is more of your laid back ones. Now the oil is good, but once you burn these chemicals, once you burn this marijuana, once you burn this herb, it becomes a chemical. Now you are changing the molecular structure of the state of the chemical, and it actually infects your body in a different way because it have to go through a different metabolic process. You see what I'm saying? So look, when you burn estrogen and progesterone, guess what that does, y'all? These turn into cancerous cells. These turn into cell mutation. These kill brain cells and all of that. This is scientifically proven, y'all. Y'all can think I'm lying or not. I look it up. Yeah. You see that? And look, you already on it. And then these hybrid plants are females mixed with females and males mixed with males. So they taking these weed, and you want to smoke on hydro. You want to get the bubble cushion. You want to get all these different hybrid plants. They literally turning them into homosexuals. mixing these plants with each other, and then you are smoking these chemical compounds, and it's changing the chemical compounds of your body. So the byproduct of that, yeah, you get a good head high, but what you get from that, you get damaged cells, most definitely get mold spores on your lungs. You get an extra, I'm looking for you males, you get an extra boost in estrogen, right? Which is going to kill your testosterone. That's why smoking sterilize your sperm cells. Let's keep it real. And it feminize you. Look this stuff up. Why do y'all think they are legalizing weed in every single state? Huh? Look, it's an extermination process going on here, whether you want to agree to it or not. Now, do marijuana heal? Heaven, yes, it does. Yes, it do. Marijuana heals. Marijuana heals. I give marijuana to most of my cancer patients. But do I give it to them to smoke? Hell no. I give it to them in oils, or you can make teas because you keep it in its right molecular structure. But the moment you put a flame and fire to it, you change the chemical molecular structure of that marijuana and you turn it into a drug. Now that's part of chemical warfare. Same thing you do with your food. The moment you put heat and oil to your food, you change the molecular chemical structure of the food and it becomes acidosis and not alkalinity. Period. Period. Look, we can do this all day, family. I ain't hollered y'all 2 weeks. I'll go all night. Serious. Look, it's time for us to take our health serious, man. What else we got? Yeah, what you, John McNabb. What you know about that Starkly? Boy, this is the best water I ever tasted in my life, man. So we started. Look, we buy so many of these, right? We bought out the Whole Foods over here off of in Brentwood. Bro, tell me why these jokers, look, let me say what these devils did. These devils replaced the glass bottles with plastic bottles, man. So we had to go all the way out in town and country just to buy out all the boxes there. But yeah, man, this is some of the best spring water deep within the earth you can ever drink, man. Straight up. All right, what else we got? All right. Is pure sugar good? No, pure sugar is not good. Pure sugar is not good. Now, it's good for like camels and stuff. They can eat on like sugar cane, but it's very bad for you because they got to break down into simple sugar. What you need is sugars from fruits and vegetables. These are the natural, simple sugars that you need for your prokaryotic cell and for your mitochondria inside of your DNA to repair your body and give you cell respiration and actually produce APT, adenosine triphosphate. So pure sugar is very bad. Shoni said, my mama got that type of arthritis. Get at me, Queen. You know I'll hook up. What kind of calcium do you recommend? The only calcium I recommend, Courtney and the kids, White, is calcium produced by your thyroid glands from sea vegetables like sea moss, bladderwrack, from dose, from kelp, right? From dandelion root, you know, from plants and from roots. I do not suggest any type of calcium from milk. You know what I'm saying? Because they actually strip your bones of calcium and magnesium, and it's full of mucus, pus, and blood. I do not suggest any type of calcium from other animals and other mammals. Yeah, most definitely not supplements at all. Not supplements whatsoever. I do my best plant-based. Don't eat meat, etc. All praises, all praises. What causes fibroids? I did a whole video on that. What causes fibroids is so you have something called the dermal metrium, right, inside of the vagina cavity. All right, so you have the dermal metrium. The dermal metrium is what have all the blood. See, this is what you actually bleed through once a month. If you actually go inside a vagina cavity and you look, you know what I'm saying, most definitely where the uterus at, where the uterus in the fallopian tubes, inside of that uterine wall, you have something called the dermal metrium. The dermal metrium is what actually produces blood. Well, when this produces blood, it's just nothing but another cellular respiration problem, and you're getting rid of that because you're bleeding once a month because it's supposed to be thinking it's getting pregnant. It's not. So it literally have to cleanse the vessel. Well, inside of that, you have glances. Inside of these capillary glances, you have things that's getting produced that's called estrogen. This estrogen actually get converted into progesterone. This progesterone, when it is too high of estrogen levels, right? It actually causes too much oxygen. Now, too much oxygen is bad, y'all. Too much oxygen is too much alkaline, too much. All right, it actually causes the cellular walls to actually get too much oxygen, and then it causes glomulation of these dead cells. So these dead cells that you bleed out once a month, that's why periods are good. You're supposed to bleed them out once a month. Actually starts getting agglomerated. I mean. Now look, what happens? These things turns into cysts. They turns into tumors or whatever you want to call them, boils, and they sit inside the fallopian tubes. They sit inside the uterine wall, and then they start tapping into the blood supply. Now notice when these things come out, they have hair on them, and inside of them are full of pus. All right. So what causes that is for real too much high levels of estrogen and very little of testosterone inside of women. You need testosterone too. Just like I need estrogen in my body, females, you need testosterone. That's all it is. It's levels. And look, all of this is due to the pituitary gland. The pituitary gland is what regulates your period. Don't let nobody tell you different. So whenever you're dealing with fibroids, whenever you're dealing with any type of vagina problems, you are dealing with the pituitary gland, especially vagina dryness. That means you're not producing enough progesterone and enough estrogen at all. And that causes dry vagina. All right. These are chemical imbalances that's produced by the glands, remember, because the glands are the computer to the whole entire body, y'all. Because without the glands, you would not have any type of melanin neurotransmitters being conveyed throughout the entire system. All right. So that's what actually causes fibroids. Anything else? You about to have some folks mad at you. Yeah, I'm already hip, July. And you know they don't like when I go live anyway, because you know our people have got used to you know, people telling them what they want to hear. We don't do that around here. We don't do that around here. All right, let's see. Some of y'all don't want to hear this. You know they don't, especially talking about that weed, boy. You know, Negroes don't want to put that weed down, but the fact is, weed is feminizing our boys. Weed is most definitely feminizing our boys, and weed is most definitely damaging so many cells inside of your brain, inside of your lungs, when you put an ash or a flame to it. I recommend weed every day, all day. I look, if you can do it in an oil and you can do it in a tea, hey, do it every day, all day. I recommend it. You know what I'm saying? It kills cancer by the thousands. Weed will whoop cancer ass. But the moment you put a flame to it and you roll it up and smoke it, it literally becomes a deadly chemical. And these are facts, y'all. All right, what else we got here? Hold on, family. I'm going through. Y'all asking so many questions. Y'all want to see my bottle? Here go my bottle right here, family. Look what that deal say. That deal say 2 miles deep. Geothermal. Remember I talked about thermal waters? This is what Dr. Sebi was talking about. Thermal waters. Man, this stuff got so much sulfur and silica. Look at all the stuff that's in here. Naturally. You know what I'm saying? Sodium 95. Sulfate 150. Silica 58.9. The pH balance is 9.0, 9.8. Don't be at Whole Foods trying to buy out all these bottles, man. Straight up. Tell them y'all keep sent you or something so they can give me some money. Vertigo, pituitary gland and thyroid gland. And of course, what produces your melatonin or produces the pigmentation called melanin or carbon. It's the same thing. Melanin, carbon, and the sugar is the same thing. You know what I'm saying? The pineal gland. You most definitely have to address those. What else we got? Gout. Gout is nothing but gout is a calcification problem. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you're dealing with gout, you're producing too much calcium, which means you're not producing enough magnesium, because magnesium actually levels out calcium. You okay? Magnesium level out calcium due to the bicarbonate of selenium. All right? So calcium, magnesium, and selenium together is what keeps calcium in check. That will get rid of your gout problems. What's good for high blood pressure? High blood pressure is caused due to the adrenal glands and the kidneys. So you have systolic and you have diastolic. Systolic is the top part. Them are your adrenal glands. That's the top part that's supposed to be 120. Diastolic is the bottom part. Them are your kidneys. Whenever it's too high, that means you have hypertension. Whenever it's too low, that means you have hypotension. All right, so what happens is your kidneys are not filtering properly and your adrenal glands are overly active because your rest of your glands are down in your body. Most definitely, most of the time, it's the pituitary gland. So what happens is you have a big lipid. You know what I'm saying? I call it a beautiful mama, that lipid. She's an alkaline base. You know what I'm saying? She's an alkaline base called cholesterol. a sexy little thing. And she come through and she coat the walls to try to keep the walls of the arteries flexible. Well, what happens is these end up hardening up on the artery wall. And when it hardens up, it stretches your valves. And when it stretches the valve, that blood come through and it presses against them artery walls super hard. And that's what raises the blood pressure. All right? That's what raises the blood pressure. So in order to get that down, you have to not stop sodium. All sodium, only sodium you're supposed to be eating is sodium that comes from your fruits. So stop all sodium. Get off yeast and bread. Yeast will raise your blood pressure as well, y'all. Get off of that and start paying attention to that lymphatic system and get them kidneys open and get on my brain, nerve, and adrenals. Brain, nerve, and adrenals. It'll get you good. So my blood purifier, my brain, nerve, and adrenals, and get you some of my Flow Demantle flowers. You don't have blood pressure no more. Give it a week, it'll be gone. Give it a week, it'll be gone. So for muscle gain, when working out, I've always drank proteins. So look, I want to talk about this for a minute, y'all, and we're gonna get up out of here. Now, when it comes to muscles, all right, look out in the jungle. When you look out in the jungle, who is the most strongest, complex, flexible creature in the jungle, y'all? That's right, the silverback gorilla. Do the silverback gorilla eat proteins? That's my only question. It's not only no, but it's hell no. The silverback gorilla eats fruits. Okay. Now, what happens is you eat fruit. When you eat fruit, fruit can rebuild and regenerate your body. But if it's any type of sickness or mucinoid erosion or obstruction in your body, instead of the fruit building, see, fruit play a major role. They play many different roles in your body, depending on what state of vitality your body's in. If you sick, the fruit is going to be astringent. It's going to pull and detox your body. You see that? If you mild sick, it's going to cleanse and rebuild. But if you already in a healthy state, the fruit's going to use the amino acids and convert these things and start growing muscle tissue. So whenever you dealing with muscle building, you don't need protein. You need simple amino acid structures, and you need something that's going to help you out with your connective tissues. Your connective tissues, it was actually builds your muscles, right? Now, if you get into the symbiotic and the embryonic relationship, your skin and your muscle and your brains are created from the same cells. So your skin and your brain and your muscles are all from the same exact cells. That's why your skin can think. That's why you have transmitters inside of your skin. That's why when you are feeling like something finna happen, the hair on your skin stands up. That's because your skin is a part of your brain, and your brain is a part of your muscle tissue. All of these come from the same embryonic system, the same embryonic stem cell when the baby, before a fetus is even born. So what do you have to address? The pituitary gland. The pituitary gland and the parathyroids deals with muscles and deals with connective tissues. All right. So what you do, you eat fruits that's going to cleanse the pituitary gland. You eat fruits that's going to aid the parathyroid, and then you will see that these will start building your muscle up. Now, if you full of agglomulation, and if you full of cancerous cells and mutating cells, and you full of acidosis, whenever you start eating these fruits, it's going to have a metabolic effect to pull. So of course, it ain't going to be worried about building no damn muscle. It's going to pull all these proteins out. It's going to try to move all these proteins into the stomach. You know what I'm saying? The cardiac sphincter is the door to the stomach. Once it goes through that cardiac sphincter, you have this hydrochloric acid. This is the only thing inside of your body that is acid. It's a hydrochloric acid. Everything else inside your body is an alkaline system full of alkalosis, no bull. So once it goes inside of there, this is what breaks down the proteins. This is what breaks down the proteins, right? So your body don't even want the protein. It tries hardest to break proteins down into simple sugars, into simple amino acid structures to rebuild. So protein don't even build the body anyway. That's why high protein diets is what's killing us. Notice, you are more unhealthy being muscular than just being slimmed down. You're more unhealthy being muscular because that's full of acidosis. That's why it burns when you lifting these things, when you're doing push-ups. Look what you're doing. You're causing acid to rip muscles. That's why you feel the burning pain. And then what happens after that? Inflammation. You become stiff. That's why you got to get muscle massages, because you stiff, because you locked up, because all of that inflammation that set in, because that acidosis and that mucus that set in because of the putrefaction of these proteins. So you don't need proteins from animals. No, you don't need supplement proteins and none of that to actually build your body. What you need is simple amino acids, and you need a cleansed body first, and then the fruits will be able to rebuild you. You know how many people we done put on fruits and they done went down to skin and bones? Then once we got their lymphatic system completely turned around, they started gaining muscle. They look better than Negroes in the gym eating protein, and they got this diet and they got these muscles off of pure fruits and vegetables. The same way the silverback gorilla got him in the jungle. And he the buffest Negro, the buffest species I know. Ain't nothing more buff and stronger than the silverback gorilla. And he don't eat no protein and no meat at all. He have an all fruit, 80% fruit diet, a 5% seed and nut diet, and then the rest is vegetables. He don't eat no proteins at all. Showing you that you do not need protein to build the body. But look, me and my Pastor Corey, man, that's my good brother of mine, Pastor Corey. He from Straightway. And man, me and that Hebrew, we got something in the works that is huge, y'all. And we finna start working, man. We finna do something big. I ain't gonna even spoil it for y'all. Me and him gonna go live together, and we gonna show y'all what we doing, talking about that. Utilizing fruits, vegetables, and herbs to build the best muscular body that you ever need without all of the killing and the byproduct and the damaged cancerous cells of protein. So that's gonna be up next. All right, let's see. When I buy grapes with seeds, do I actually eat the seeds of the grapes? Yes, you do, John Lawson. The nutrients is actually in the seeds, so most definitely eat those. Most definitely eat the grapes. Remember, the nutrients of the seed, just like in your testicles, inside your sperm, that's the nutrients. That's where the life is at. So always eat the seeds. What else we got? Mothers to intake herbs over. Yes, that's what we do. So we actually create our own prenatal vitamins. If you really want to get on some good minerals, why you pregnant, sea moss, bladderwrack, kelp, dose, get into your berries, juniper berries, saw papaw berries, saw palmetto berries, juniper berries, ginkgo berries, goji berries. I mean, get into the berries. They full of antioxidants, and they are literally food for the brain, and full of minerals, good minerals, vital minerals. This is where you get vitamin from. It actually means a vital mineral. That's it. And minerals is the salt. Minerals, it get converted into salt, and salt is what holds your tissues together. So you have minerals. You take minerals, your body connects them to enzymes by way of the liver. The liver turn these things into salt bases. Salt is always alkaline, and it goes into the connective tissues by way of the parathyroid and the pituitary gland, and it sticks amino acids together. So these particles become cells. These cells become organs. These organs become tissues. These tissues become a full-grown human being. All right, so minerals is the glue to the body. What can I do for eczema? It depends on what type of eczema it is. Eczema is a skin parasite. If it's chronic eczema, it's actually a herpes hemorrhagic worm. It depends on what the eczema is. You got to let me know that. Is black cohosh good for women? Black cohosh is good for women at very, very, very low doses. It have too much estrogen and progesterone in it, and it will cause fibroids. It will cause fibroids. So be very, 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 and it get the vagina wet though. If you're dealing with dry vagina problems, black cohosh is a good herb. But if you use too much of that stuff, you will develop tumors inside of your vagina cavity. So be very, very cautious when it comes to the cohosh. I know what you was talking about. All right, what else we got? All right, look, y'all, love y'all indeed the truth. It is my time. I love to sit here and keep talking to y'all, but I do got to get up out of here. For all of those that have been hitting me up, we got thousands of emails now, thousands of inboxes. I'm gonna try to have my staff get to them when I go live Thursday. I'm gonna introduce y'all to my staff, the people that's making y'all herbs now. And look, we got it up and running around here. For all these people, I'm gonna try my hardest to get back at y'all. But if you want to talk to me, go to my website, which is www.yakiawaken.com. Call the number. The office is open between 9 and 4. All right, 9 and 4, call. When you call, it's a directory number. Press 1 for ordering, press 2 for shipping, press 3 for counseling, press 4 for this, press 5 for that, and you'll be able to talk to somebody, all right? You'll be able to talk to somebody. Is milk thistle good? Milk thistle is very good. It's very good for the liver. Very good. Whenever you want to cleanse out that liver, use milk thistle as a base. Back it up for a 5-4 or 1-to-4 ratio with some dandelion root and leaf. Very good for the liver. Very good for the liver. All right, so yeah, look at my website, y'all. Go on there. A lot of things have changed on the website. We've been getting the website together. We dropped the prices. I mean, we've been doing a lot of good stuff for y'all. We got a lot of good things coming soon. I should have a seminar in Missouri in a couple of months. We're gonna let y'all know the date about that. I mean, look, everything is going forward. Everything is going forward, family. So look, I love y'all indeed in the truth. Quit letting them commit chemical warfare on you. You know what I'm saying? True wealth is true health. And look, think before you put anything down your throat, and think before you entertain any type of energy that's in motion, emotion that's around you. All right, peace and love, family. Shalom.